and I think that's what we're working
Yeah.
towards. And I follow a lot of comedians, and that's what I like to follow because they kind of speak to me more than almost anything. I got some family members that are really religious, devout Catholics. They go to church. That makes them happy. That's cool. I don't hate on that.
Yeah.
But you know what makes me happy? Laughing. Learning
Hmm.
the learning the art behind comedy, learning the art behind delivering jokes, learning the art behind reading the audience, learning the art behind crowd work, all these things that I respect because if you don't, you got to look towards people you respect that speak to you. And anyways, I follow Joey Diaz, and he brought
Hmm.
up a really cool point, and it's just like, like you gotta do things to make you feel happy and right.
Yeah.
And there's so much telling us live your life this way, live your life that way. You know what, dude? Follow your instincts
Yeah.
because the only way your instincts get better is using them. If you never use your instincts, you're never going to trust them, and they're not going to be good instincts. People that have street smarts use their instincts. That's what key thing about street smarts is to be aware and to trust your gut. You know what I mean? To have that
Yeah.
intuition to just know a situation without like saying anything or talking to anybody. You
And I
know?
think to follow up on that, like one thing we have to remember is like, or something that you have to remember while you're going through it and you're second downing yourself and like listen to this podcast or people telling you how you should live or something, is at the bottom line is nobody knows yourself better than yourself.
Exactly.
So you know what makes you happy, you know what makes you sad, you know what brings you joy and stuff. So use that and like, and one thing is always keep an open mind.
Mm-hmm.
Always, keep an open mind, be open to new perspectives and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, use, by all means, when I teach my classes and when I'm, talking to you and whoever's listening to this, we're not telling you, oh, you have to live your way this way because this one will make you
Yeah.
happy. No, it's just take what we're giving you, take whatever you find might be useful for you, try it. If it works out for you, cool. If not, hey, try on the next
Try
thing to
something
find
else. Yeah.
happiness. But at the end of the day, you have to trust yourself to know exactly
Mm-hmm.
what you do. And funny story and about this is, so in my school I teach something called social and emotional learning.
Mm-hmm.
It's part of the counseling department. And I remember I used to teach like breathing techniques and stuff like that to kind of like bring down anxiety and stress. And I was like, this is bullshit. Like I was teaching it
Right.
and I wasn't even believing it.
Right.
And over the summer, I did like a 4 or 5 week course where like we did breathing techniques and we did this thing called mindful movement, which is
Oh,
kind of like
right. You
yoga and
mentioned
stuff.
that in
Yeah.
the. Mm-hmm.
And the first 2 weeks in back of my mind, like, this is fucking bullshit.
Hmm.
But once I was like honest with myself and actually gave it like a try and gave it
Yeah.
like 100% and running it off, I realized how like better I was feeling. More, it helped for me.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like, and for me, like I cannot speak enough about like that method of relaxation and stuff like that. But I understand it's not for everybody. And at the end of the day, like, you know, you can think, oh, this is not for me, but you have to go in there with like an open mind and like an open and give it an honest try.
Right.
And if it works for you, then cool. If not, at least you know what doesn't work out for you, and you move on to the next thing. Did it go off again?
No, I thought I heard something. I'm still
Okay.
listening. I'm sorry. I
No,
probably
no,
look
no.
like
You're
a
good. You're
space
good.
cadet.
No, and I think like yeah, different things that I've learned, through my journey is like meditation and stuff like that. Like I one form of meditation I do that I find it super relaxing is I like to light a candle
Mm.
and I'll just like to look at the flame.
Oh, that's cool. I
Yeah, and it's kind of like I'll just stare on it for like 5 minutes, but all I'm focusing on is like at the
mm.
flame and the flickering, and it kind of like I'm so in that zone where it kind of like helps me like remove myself from
Yeah,
whatever
because you're,
else is
you're you're
going.
directing all your focus to one thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I know it doesn't work for everybody. And maybe it won't work for me or work for you or something, but it's like it's something that that yourself, and I know myself that I'm very stimulated by
Mhm.
visual things. So by me just doing that, it really really it stimulates my brain, and it kind of helps me stay more relaxed and
We
something.
well, you know what, girlfriend? I got your back. Because this is a candle right here.
Woo!
Oh, and let me tell you, I am a candle person.
Uh-huh.
God, that smells so good. I maybe let's do it. Candles, liking candles. 50
Yeah.
years ago, I'd probably get a rock thrown at me. You know?
Yeah.
They'd probably think I was like Harvey Milk. No, I'm kidding.
Ah,
But what I'm
it,
saying is like to like things like candles, aromatherapy, essential
yeah.
oils, all those things could be considered feminine. But you know
Here's
what? Who gives a
and
shit? Because if it
and
makes
just so
you
you
feel
know,
good,
I'm not bullshitting. This is
are
my
these
candle
oils?
holder. I just finished lighting it like when we started our recording.
Oh, like you had
Lit
a
it up.
oh,
Yeah.
is that like a tea light?
Yeah. Well, I have my tea lights, but this is for like
See, we know our
the like
candles,
release.
guys.
Yeah.
So
And
don't
then but
fuck
this
with
is
us.
this is also one of my candles here. I'm yet to burn it because it means a lot to me. But I have this Selena
Oh, that's so
candle,
cool.
and the back it says "Bitty Bitty Bom Bom."
Oh,
Uh,
dude.
so right when we went
Don't
to a
light
couple,
it. Yeah.
no, once we
That's too
went to
cool.
distance learning, my 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 good friend
Bitty bum
Melissa,
bum.
she bought one for all of the teacher friends. She's like, "Oh, for hard time, here's Selena to guide you," and I'm like, I cannot like that. Like that's gonna stay like that
Dude, but
forever.
anything for Selena, man.
Oh yes, anything for Selena's, eh?
Anything for Selena.
Selena, yeah. But I
Hey.
have behind my backdrop, I have my I have my different candles. Lavender is a big one.
Oh, lavender's a good one. I love
I also
lavender.
like to burn incense sticks and like the
Oh yeah, me
cones and
too.
stuff. It
I
just
I don't
relaxes
like
me.
patchouli though. I don't fuck
No,
with
it's
patchouli.
too
I
harsh.
like the cool water.
Uh-huh.
I like the lavender.
Yeah.
I
I
like
like jasmine.
jasmine's not bad.
Yeah.
No, dude, I'm into all that stuff. Like
Oh, same here, bro.
when I was a kid, I got into incense because it was an excuse for me to light something on fire, and I could
Yeah.
do it. And my parents were cool with it, so I was like, cool.
Yeah.
And then when I got older and I started smoking weed, which wasn't until like my mid 20s, I
Uh-huh.
occasionally did it, but now I've been a avid pothead since I was about 25,
Yeah.
23. And no, dude, like then I realized, oh, people use incense to um erase,
The scent. Yeah.
mask and clean the thick odor or smell
Yeah.
of weed. And then I'm like, oh, okay, like that's cool too, and then you realize, man, all those places that smell like incense probably means they were like
They're
burning it,
smoking.
right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
because it was illegal back then, it was still
Yeah.
illegal when we were in high school. Like
Yeah. It
we
didn't
were
become
cool. This is
legal.
how cool we are. Like some people are like, that means you're old. I'm like, yeah, that means we're cool because you little fucking young kids can use
You don't know the struggles, man.
stupid apps like Saucy and get your fucking liquor delivered. We had to tap shoulders like adults, god damn it.
Yeah. We had a network with people.
We had to talk to fucking degenerates, gambling addicts, and potentially pedophiles at quick stops just to get some beer.
Yeah, we had to literally risk our lives just to get freaking Bud Light or something
I
because
may or
that's
may
all it was
not
good
have
for.
sat on a truck driver's lap once.
But I didn't. No, sure. No, but we knew the guys. Like
Oh,
shit,
dude, and then you'd get regulars that would buy it for you. But they were
yeah,
kind of like the bump. No, they were normally the alkies.
yeah, but it's funny, dude, because like it got to a point at this liquor store I used to go
Can we?
down the street
Can
from
we?
the cave.
Can we? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
The
And they already knew it,
Bonfair one
so
or whatever.
oh, I used to go to the one like it was right next to the barber shop where my brother and I used to go. My brother still goes to the barber shop on McKee and Story. And um
Schroeder's? No.
I forgot the name, but it was like a market there, and there's like a barber shop, and then there's a liquor store, very shady liquor store, of course. No, there's no fancy liquor store. But
Not in
I
San Jose.
remember we used to buy like what's it called? Gatorades, like fruit punch Gatorades, and
Yeah.
get and then take like a sip, like 1/4, or I'll take a sip and then fill up the rest with like vodka. And it
Right.
was like a Jolly Rancher or something.
Hmm.
Used to get fucked up on that. But
Oh,
yeah,
dude.
man.
We used to mix. We used to drink the. Remember the Mad Dogs?
Oh yeah.
Oh God. I remember one fortunate night at various theaters. We went to
Unfortunately.
AMC, no AMC, AMPM right next to Barris Theaters. God, I don't even know if
Yeah.
I think AMPM's still there.
Yeah,
But
the theater is now like it's a health club.
you know what? I miss the times. I'm glad that place is gone,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll tell you why. Because it was a shithole. Anyone who knows anybody knows it was a shithole. The only reason we loved it is because you snuck in.
Yeah.
It was poorly managed because the fact that we could always get fucked up and sneak in there every fucking week. It's
Yeah.
just like, dude, there was a time when we had the Mad Dogs and I threw it in a Slurpee. And one of my buddy's girlfriends at the time had like a cheese sandwich or something, and she was fucked up already, so they were like, all right, hold her sandwich. And I was like, dude, don't ever ask me. I've got
No, 'cause
multiple stories of
that's
people
gonna be
telling me to
eaten.
hold their food, and I will eat it
Yeah.
because I'm not sober, and yes, I'm going to use that as an excuse. And why? Because I can. And and I was hungry, so I ate her cheese sandwich. And then, of course, I got fucked up, and we're during Final Destination 3, I think that's what it was, I just said, well, it's time to throw up. So in the movie theater, I puke down onto the floor. I don't know, maybe there's like 12 people in the movie theater, and like 4 of them are me and my friends. So
Yeah.
no, there's probably 15. But still, it's not a crowded theater.
Yeah.
I puke. I laugh because my buddy taps my shoulder and says, dude, you puked so much, it's going all the way down to the screen.
Oh.
Yeah. So then I'm like, fuck, man. I'm like, I feel so much better. And then I'm like, dude. And then my buddy gets up to go to the bathroom, and he purposely tries to avoid it. So he goes like a few rows up and he crosses over. Well, while he's walking over, he slips in it, flips over a row of seats, stands up, and then like 5 people, including our group, just start clapping. I don't know what this has to do with anything. All I'm saying to you is I really enjoyed getting drunk and eating that cheese sandwich. Anyway, Berryessa Theater, yeah, dude, shithole. There was another time, I know a guy, and you know a guy too, but I'm not going to put his name out.
Okay.
And I could probably tell you when the podcast is over who it
But
was.
I think I have an idea who it is. But it's okay.
But I know a guy who took a shit in the back row.
Mm-hmm.
And you do too.
Okay.
Might not be who you think. It
I
might
don't
not be
wanna
who
know
you
whose
think
person
it is. I'm gonna
I
tell
don't
you.
wanna know whose
I'm gonna
person
tell
it
you who it is, but I'm not gonna do it right now
Okay.
because I have to damage your perception of that person.
Okay.
No,
But it may not be the
But-
person who
so-
it is.
the place was shit on. I know people that had sex in those theaters.
Mhm.
I know people that pissed on those seats in there. Me and my friend smoked cigars in there. It wasn't a respected place, and
No.
we loved it because we were ruffians that got away with murder.
Yeah.
But if we were our age now and we went to go see a movie and we were dealing with the youngsters that we were, we would never go there. So that's why it's
first off,
gone.
we wouldn't be going that like we were going to like those shows like Last Showing also.
Yeah, and how often were we paying for them?
No, if we go now, we're going to like the 7 o'clock or maybe the matinee.
And we're probably paying for it.
Yeah.
When was the last time you stuck into a movie?
Oh man,
Because you can't even do it like we did
middle school maybe or
You
high
can't.
school.
You can do 2 movies,
Yeah.
which is like the soft way of doing it. But remember, dude, we used to sneak in through the exits.
Yeah.
You know, one of you, maybe you pull your money together and you get one ticket, or like it's always suspicious when it's one. So
So you get
you
two.
need at least two, right? So you get two buddies, they buy the tickets, whatever. You don't even need to get it for the movie, whatever. Obviously it's an R-rated film, so we're probably going to get tickets for a PG-13.
Right.
And what do? Your buddies go in. They go into, and that's the thing that was fun, is you had to figure out where the exit was, because those doors aren't numbered, and they do it purposely so you can't sneak in. But you go there often enough,
You know which
week
door
after
opens
week,
what. Yeah.
you know where to go. So it's like we would get two of our friends to pay and get it, and then we just sneak in through the exit. And then there was one time when we were wheeling in, and and we were going through the exit, and one of the ushers is like, "What are you doing? You can't do this." And all my friend does is go, "Get out of our way." He's so, "Get out of the way. She's sick." But
yeah.
we go into the movie theater like, if we were really trying to help someone that was sick,
Yeah.
we wouldn't be going into a movie. And
No,
she was,
and the thing is,
she
like,
was sick because she was
that
drunk.
person is probably like,
But it was just
our age
funny
or
that
like early 20s.
oh
Like,
yeah, but what are they gonna do?
Yeah.
They just work at a movie theater.
But
But
I
it's
don't
just
care. Like,
you're gonna be a linebacker for a pro football team.
Yeah, he's like, I gotta get a new
Take
fucking
my
job
chances
for
with
bullshit.
with Oswald picking up his weekend shift for Marge. But anyway, like I had my ruffian fun, and I know it's all gonna come back to bite me with my boys. I've already let Steph know. They're gonna have a hell of a time lying to me because of all the things I did.
Yeah.
I'm like the shady. You've seen Heavyweights.
Yeah.
Remember the one kid that turned into one of the bunk leaders, and he's like, "Oh, I used to be a chipmunk here," and he tells him where all the candy was hidden.
And he snitched. Yeah,
Oh, that's
and he
gonna be
also has
me,
Sweet
dude.
Mullet.
I'm gonna be King Snitch Daddy.
Yeah.
I'll be like, Steph will be like, she's pretty good. She's smart. Like, she needs to give a little more credit because she's a lot more of she's a better person. She's a lot more nice, and she just has a good moral core.
Yeah.
So I feel like because of all that, she didn't do all those deviant things like I did, and it's not really gonna ring to her like to be like, oh, okay, I know what they're doing. So that's why I told her, I said, it's gonna be a good partnership with us because I'm the scumbag, so I'll know when they're doing shady things.
Yeah.
And that's better for us. And that's just like our dynamic, Danny. Like, we're not the same. We have a good rapport with each other. We have a good time talking to each other. And it's because we bring ourselves to the conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's like any relationship. It's a yin yang.
Yeah.
A good relationship.
Yeah, there has to be. What I realized with my share of like relationships and like dealing with people is like you never want somebody who's like the complete image of you, the copy of you, because that's sets up for disaster. Like, yeah, you can have some common ground, but for the best part is always to have like a separation or some sort of like differences, because I feel like that makes for a better dynamic, and it makes it for a better like long-term relationship. It makes it for like a much better relationship because you complement each other rather than challenging each other.
Yeah.
And I feel like when I see you and Steph, and I've seen you and Steph grow up, like I know for like the past decade.
I mean, you've
almost
known
two
us
decades
as long as you've known me longer than we've been together, but you've known us since the beginning. So yeah.
Yeah, so I seen you guys grow up, and you guys complement each other very well. I feel like we also complement each other very well, and that's what that's what's fun about this. Always find somebody who compliments you, and doesn't challenge you. Like, yeah, challenge you in a sort of like being better, but not challenge you to put you down.
And when was the last time you gave me a compliment, Mr. Danny?
I think it was earlier today, actually.
Oh yeah, probably.
You. What was you said?
What
something
an attention whore! I just bring it all back to me.
And you're over here, Mr. Machismo. And you just want all the attention, homie.
I know. See, it's not cool, man. Got to share that spotlight. No, but I was going to give you a compliment again. I did it last week, though. You know, I'm going to give you a different compliment. You know what? You have a very dominant and pronounced machismo mustache.
Oh, it's
No. Don't downplay it. Take the compliment and work it. You know what I mean?
I gotta shave it off. I came across this picture, and I don't think you were there, but when I was in my early 20s, I decided to grow the stash, shaved, and just like this. On.
No, you're good. You're back. You're good. It tripped out for a second, but now you're fine.
There it is. Okay.
Yeah.
When I was in my 20s, I went for like just the stash by itself. So it was like everything was shaved, and it just looked horrible, just the stash by itself. So now that a couple years later, I'm like, okay, now it kind of looks, the beard's like finally like kind of almost there. So it looks good. But you have a very manly facial.
Dude, here's the thing, and thank you for the compliment. Absolutely. But, and I, it's only because it's long. But if it was shorter, here's the thing. I'll just move it. My mustache doesn't really. God, that looks creepy. My mustache doesn't really connect. But
yeah,
so it's like, mine. Dude. Yeah, but yours is like, you got a nice thick. Like, you see how mine is kind of like, I got like kind of an Orlando Bloom meets.
Yeah.
Not a very high general in a Spanish army kind of mustache.
Yeah.
Whereas yours, you almost got. I mean, you got a nice beefer, dude. I wish I had one of those. I want a Tom Selleck kind of mustache, and I don't think that's ever gonna happen.
My brother Juan has a freaking really good.
Because like I don't like this. I wish I had hair here.
Yeah, I got hair also. No, but my brother Juan and your buddy Juan also.
Mm-hmm.
He has a pretty massive beard. Says he was like 15.
Well, dude, I know. Fuck, man.
Fuck, even
I mean, dude, he was evergreen. He had like, he was all shaved and sexy. God, I miss that guy.
I get to see him every day. You're not missing out that much. But
he's still sick. No, he's your brother. You can't call him sexy.
No, he's a cool guy. But no, man. Like it's funny because I have no hair, like in the rest of my body, like no hair here in the chest,
dude,
on the pits, no
that's
hair.
That's nice. Do you like that?
I'm okay with it now, but growing up, it goes back to machismo.
I didn't
feel manly enough. Yeah, I didn't feel like manly enough for it.
Let me tell you, Danny, I got some body hair, and I can give as much of it to you as you'd like.
That's okay. I learned.
I can even put it in a bag. No, but yeah, dude, it's a shitty thing. See? Oh, dude, check this out.
I got camera.
Oh, you can't even see it. Damn it! Yeah, now you can see it. Look at that freaking hamburger meat, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, I got hair on every fucking inch of my body. I mean, I'm not Greek.
Freaking arms.
I'm not necessarily Persian. No, I don't have hair up here.
Yeah.
What about your legs? You got hair on your legs?
Dude, my tattoo artist thinks I shave my legs.
Oh, you're almost like you're almost like a hairless.
Yeah, and
you're
like
a Mexican
I have
hairless.
It's very small hair. So people think I shave my legs in order to show off my tattoos, and I'm like, no, I just never shave them.
Okay,
like it's just.
And to be fair, I don't think I've seen you in shorts. So what the hell leg tattoos do you have? I just saw your arm tattoo. I've known you for so long. I didn't know you had any tattoos. I'm a terrible friend.
Really? Yeah, I have.
Yeah,
I got this revolutionary.
Dude, you got the Tapatio guy on the side of your arm, and I didn't even notice.
Then I got the little Mexican toy over
No, that looks hella sick, dude.
Yeah, and then,
dude, that's nice work, man.
Thanks, man. Yeah, I got really lucky. My tattoo artists are also my buddies.
That's a really nice, and I like that you did color on it.
Yeah, I love color. And then like, I'll show you on.
Yeah, and show me the other ones. You know, the private ones.
Yeah, COVID ones are. They're. I'll show you.
I got to see the taint and the tramp stamp.
Show I'm still working on it. I'm putting a butterfly in there with a heart.
Crazy town tattoo. And the reason I bring that up, because yes, I was listening to the new metal playlist on Spotify because so I grew up liking it, and then and in high school, you almost started hating on it because we got into heavier things. But then I came back and I was like, you know what? There's aspects of new metal that are great.
Yeah.
And one thing I love To people that don't know what new metal is, it's like Linkin Park, Disturbed, Godsmack, Korn, Deftones,
System of a Down,
pretty much
Limp
all
Bizkit.
those.
How can we forget
Limp
like the
Bizkit,
kings?
exactly.
The kings of new metal.
I was just gonna
Limp
say,
Bizkit.
dude, I've been. I don't know. I made that post on Facebook of Fred Durst, but I literally have been. I don't like Fred Durst. I don't know him as a person. He bugs me. He seems like a tool, but I like him as an entertainer because he's obnoxious, and his voice is ridiculous, and
like high pitch.
Yeah, it's like kind of whiny. So I'm just gonna do it because it's annoying, and I think Champ's asleep, so I should be okay. But I love in my way. That's one of my favorite songs.
Yeah,
it's not a Frank Sinatra cover. It's
Wasn't it for like part of the Mission Impossible soundtrack?
So I had that Mission Impossible 2 soundtrack. Limp Bizkit was on it, and it was Take a Look Around.
Oh, that's right.
And Metallica was also on it with I Disappear. Both those songs were unreleased and only for the soundtrack. I'm such a fucking nerd. But I had that CD, so I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
it was a different song. It kind of similar tone-wise. It had that weird DJ, like DJ Lethal was doing his thing. And it's Incubus. There's another new metal kind of band. They're kind of new metal alternative.
Yeah.
Like Pardon Me is a very new metal song.
Yeah.
But anyway, the thing I love about new metal is I love the guitar tone and the drums.
Oh, the drums and shit. Yeah.
The mixing in new metal is so good. I think the biggest new metal producer, I think his name is, I think it's Ross Robertson. I think he did Slipknot. He did Slipknot. He did Drowning Pool's another band.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ross is like he
That guy was
did
a
all
beast.
those like super heavy bands from like the early 2000s, late 90s. That was all him.
Yeah, I think my favorite 90s heavy producer is Terry Date. Because he did all the Pantera records, and then he did any heavy record in the 90s that had balls, and his drums, the drum sounds he gets. I think he even did Soundgarden. If you listen to bands like Soundgarden, Pantera, Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam, listen to the drums. Next time you check out those songs, check out the drums and listen to how full they sound, like real and big and not arena rocky where it's hella reverb, but just big and heavy and real, not like super distorted. It's just something about the way that guy just did his shit, man. It just it brought that music to life, and that's the thing I like about nu metal is how heavy it was, but it also had a very melodic aspects of it. Like Deftones is a great example. Limp Bizkit does that too. But I really like, I was listening to Back to School by Deftones, and damn, I've never really listened to that song, and I got to give the White Pony record another listen because there's a lot of weird songs on there. But I really like the Back to School song because it's kind of got a Rage Against the Machine vibe on the verse, and Chino's is kind of like, his flow is very Max, what's his name? Or what's the lead singer of Rage Against the Machine?
Zach De La Rocha.
Zach De La Rocha, yeah. It's very like his style is like, and even the guitar kind of has got a Morello. It kind of reminds me of Bulls on Parade a little bit.
Yeah.
Not that it's ripping it off, but it's just like super cool. Like I'm flowing over this heavy ass thing, and that's kind of what nu metal was. It was almost like a weird hybrid of hip hop meets metal or hard rock.
Yeah.
And but anyway, Limp Bizkit, man, definitely not respected in the heavy metal community, but part of my childhood, and I think I got to give out a Fred Durst, just to make everyone cringe a little.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I don't wake my kid up, but it's gonna be like, "You think you're special." I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna sing the whole song, but then he goes, "Yeah,
yeah,"
and then it's like, dude, you listen to that like. This time I'm gonna let it all come out. No, but it's like he has to like do this. Like it's very pubescent the way he sings. Like Fred Durst, I love it because it's part of my childhood. And I just love Wes Borland. I love the band much more than I love Fred Durst. But at the same time, break stuff would not be break stuff without the ridiculous lyrics he brought to that song.
Yeah.
And, you know, we sang it. We went into a fucking thing about it.
Yeah.
You know, you're a
No.
fucking chainsaw. What? You know, you did the we
I'm
both
a fucking
did our little
chainsaw.
things.
Yeah. So come and get it. No,
And the band keeps playing this way, I might just break something tonight.
and the thing with like new metal, one last thing about new metal, because you know I feel like this episode's gone on for way too long about randomness, but it's
How
great.
dare you?
I think the best example of new metal was like Cypress Hill. So you want to be a rock superstar and live long.
Oh, good example. That song
Like
kicks ass.
that's new metal because
Rockstar.
they did a hip
Rock
hop version,
Superstar.
and then they're like, no, they're gonna do it.
Rap
And even-
Superstar sucked.
Yeah,
The
and then
hip-hop
like
version?
even Puff Daddy tried doing like It's All About the Benjamins, but like a rock version of
Oh,
it
well,
also.
yeah, when he had Jimmy Page from Led Zeppelin play on it was the
Yeah.
Godzilla soundtrack.
Yeah, that was
It was it was the
Come
Cashmere.
With Me or something. Yeah,
Come with me. But it was
Yeah,
Cashmere.
and you also did another one with It's All About the Benjamins, baby. But he had Dave Grohl play like guitar on it or something. But anyways, I can go on forever.
Cypress
Anyways,
Hill, new metal rock star.
yeah, that's like key essential. But like it's when you brought up Back to School, White Pony from Deftones, because on the
Mhm.
original recording of White Pony,
Mm-hmm.
Back to School is not in it.
Oh.
It wasn't. It's the song called Pink Magnet.
Pink Maggot. Yeah.
Which is like the very last song, and it's like super trippy, and then it goes into like the Back to School kind of riff.
So is
and
Back
it
to
goes-
School after Pink Maggot?
Yeah, he
In
did.
the not like time wise, but I mean for the song is Pink Maggot because it says Back to School and then in parentheses it says Pink Maggot.
Yeah, Pink Maggot was the original, and so
So they
released
they
it-
just renamed it.
yeah, it was original, and then there were I think when White Pony was re-released, or I think Deftones was offered like a soundtrack, and they're like, oh, we want you to make like a new metal song, and they're like, no, we're not into that shit, but they were kind of forced to, so they took the heavy part of Pink Maggot, which is back like the chorus to Back to School, and they
Mhm.
made it into like a new metal song with like the rapping and stuff. So Deftones
Yeah.
always hated that song because they were forced to do it without them actually like wanting to do it. But now since like now they play it because I've seen them play it so many times live.
I'm not.
so
you know
they
what's? I'm
play
not. I like the hook, but I really like the verses more than the hook in that song.
with him.
They speak to me more. Him flowing and the guitar riff. I like the guitar riff on the verse.
I love that, like that whole song and like the whole video. Also, like
I gotta check out the
see-
video. I'm sure it's a weird one.
Like I see him. It's like so 90s, like with the Ben Davis Dickie pants and like
Yeah.
the hoodies and chino skating.
Ben
and,
Davis
you
is
know,
cool because I liked the monkey.
Yeah, the monkey was cool. But yeah, man, new metal is awesome. And then after this, I'll share with you this this podcast I listened to, where these two people they release once a month this podcast, and it talks and they kind of review new metal albums and kind of talk about it now. And they're like, the only reason we do it once a month because the genre like never really like grew. So they're like, we're just gonna go with once a month.
That's
So
true.
we have like, so we don't really like
Because it was from like 94 to about 2004, maybe. It was-
3,
yeah, about 10
yeah.
years, maybe.
Yeah, it didn't take that long. It didn't last that long because, like you said, like
Well,
new metal was
music
high.
evolves and people, it changes.
Yeah, and then like us, we were like, this is dumb. We're gonna listen to like SLA Dying instead, or fucking
Exactly.
Crazy.
So we evolved into heavier stuff.
Yeah,
Which exactly, dude, like well, the metal community does not like, I'm not gonna say they don't like new metal, but they definitely don't like Limp Bizkit's not a very, at least from my understanding, not a very respected band in a lot of circles
yeah.
of metal. Which is funny because do you want to hear a band that was respected
And we
in the
probably
metal
hate 'em.
community?
Which one?
Well, maybe not the metal community, but by titans of metal, Nickelback. You know
I
who
can see
vouched
that.
for Nickelback?
Who?
Pantera, Dimebag Darrell,
Mm.
because, well, he wasn't technically in Pantera at the time. When he was hanging out with Nickelback, no, I think Pantera was still a band. but I think it was Damage Plan. But still, there's stories because I follow Loudwire, and they were talking about the bass player because the bass player and the lead, Chad Kroger, they're brothers. Anyway,
Yeah.
he was telling a story. The bass player is like, they drink a lot. Dimebag and all them, like, they'll drink bottles. And the weird thing with them is they don't black out. They get fucked up, but they don't show it. So they're just enjoying themselves. And they just pound it. And it's a party. And he said after a point, like, I had to sneak out because I knew they were just going to keep getting me drunk. My brother, on the other hand, Chad, the lead singer, he hung out with them all night. He's all, yeah, he could chill with them. But it's just, isn't it funny when you hear about bands like Nickelback hanging out with guys like Dimebag Darrell? It's just, you wouldn't think they'd be cool with each other, but it's that thing of, once again, personalities and people click and opposites attract, and sometimes you never really know, and it's always cool to get to know someone sometimes instead of just always kind of seeing what's on the surface and making a judgment 100% on that. Anyway, not to get all sappy, but I kind of appreciated it. I thought it was funny, but yeah, dude, I think we're definitely we got our pride in ourselves as men, but we're not blinded to our faults and our shortcomings and what we want to work on. And I know you said you're doing healthy eating.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Well, and me too. I'm only really bad one time a day, which is my late night snack after I smoke a bowl or 7. And I get the munchies, but during the day I usually eat like tuna. I'm doing those omega-3s, man. Got that fish. But no, man, I last 2 nights I've been swinging the kettlebells around at night. And I got about 4 hours of sleep last night, and I worked about 10 hours today at work. And I'm about as tired as I was when I got about 7 hours of sleep. It's crazy how much better your body is when you're active and you exercise.
Yeah, absolutely.
It helps you sleep. It helps you in the daytime focus. You're not as laggy. Your machismo is also boosted because you're pumping, the testosterone's flowing through your brain, your blood. And it's a good thing, man. So take away this. We're men, we're not perfect, and we shouldn't be ashamed of it. But at the same time, it is more than okay to be proud to be a man. And this concept of this theme today is not denouncing manliness or manhood. It's more or less shedding light on the fact that we just need to be a little more honest with ourselves.
Yeah, you need to be self-aware and, honest with yourself. I think that's a great way to put it.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I feel like you said, I think we got it down, man. I think, we'll just keep working on it. When this is done, we're going to go do manlier things, but we got to compensate. Yeah. We're, it's fun, man. We're living our lives and we don't need someone to tell us how to do it.
Whatever works for you, man.
Borrow and create your perfect life.
Exactly.
And just like with anything, you borrow a little here, you borrow a little there, and you just create your world. And I've always felt like I've done that. Like, I meet people in my life and I take pieces. That sounds like I'm a killer. I take pieces of them. No, but when I take a piece of like my relationship with them and I keep it, and it's almost like an infinity stone. Like, it gives me power, and it's like it's a foundation for who I am. And maybe it's stealing. I don't know. I look at it like almost like Voltron, like, or Power Rangers. Like, I'm just combining a bunch of things to create this like Megazord, which is my soul. Like, I don't know, like
you're Captain America. Yeah, I'm sorry, not Captain America.
Like,
you're
that's nice, Danny.
Captain Planet. There you go.
I mean, he is kind of well, he's the hero. Brings pollution down to zero. So
Allegedly.
Wind.
I once read something. There was a meme. It said, "Hey, yeah, Captain Planet was fictional, but his enemies are not." And I'm
Yeah.
like, shit, that's fucking deep.
Who wrote that? Leonardo DiCaprio.
Point to Coop. Maybe Alec
Doesn't that sound
Baldwin.
like a hella like environmentalist?
It does. It does.
I'm not hating though. You got to protect the rainforest.
No, but I was like, yeah, you're right. These people were like, you know, deforestation and like polluting and like toxic waste and lakes and shit.
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah,
that's never a good thing.
like Captain Planet was fake, but his enemies are real and they're still alive.
Yeah, so what the fuck? Where's Captain Planet?
Don Cheeto doesn't want to put on the suit no more.
Don Cheadle? If Don Cheadle, okay, so now we got to come up with some kind of awesome live action Captain Planet just played by Don Cheadle. It's done.
It has to be done.
And if it's played by any other black man, it is not only going to be an insult to the black community, it's going to be an insult to Captain Planet.
Yeah, and the Planeteers.
You just don't want to do that.
Mm-mm.
It's just there's things you do and there's things you don't do, and you just don't fuck with the planet. And when I say the planet, I mean Captain Planet. No, I don't.
Yeah, technically he was a planet.
Was he a planet?
No,
see, I never really watched the show.
Yeah,
I
did.
I'm a liar. I didn't. Really.
I did. I saw it once. I was older and it was fucking corny as fuck. But
yeah, it was like one of those public access brainwashing the children.
But
it's a good brainwash though to be conscious of your.
There was Captain Planet who was the defender of the Earth, and then there was this lady who represented Mother Earth.
Yeah. Well, what did she do?
Nothing. She just represented Mother Earth.
See, so yeah, come on.
And gave the Planeteers their power.
So even in the Captain Planet world, we do that better. I mean, women, girls, get your games up. What is happening?
But there's two girls who were Planeteers also.
That's true. The wind girl was
wind and water.
Because I remember because she go wind.
Yeah,
I said it earlier. It just always makes me laugh.
She was like,
there's nothing intimidating about that.
She was a commie.
She was a fucking. She was in the KGB.
Oh, absolutely.
She was like Black Widow, dude. She's a former KGB. She she changed her ways. Now she's trying to look out for her carbon footprint.
Yeah.
Instead of the footprint she put on the guy's head last week.
Yeah. I mean, in a way, she put a person down under, but that body's going to decompose and it's going to be nutritious to the earth and the soil.
Let me tell you, if it's Scarlett Johansson, I'm going down under. Hey.
Hey.
Yeah.
Heyo.
And on that note, I love you, Steph. No, and on that note, I don't know. I think I think that's a good ending.
I think
a little perversion, a little honesty, because there's a little truth to that statement. She's an attractive woman.
She is, and she's talented.
I'm romantically involved, Scarlett. I'm sorry.
I'm not, though. You can call me whenever.
That's true. And then Danny, just tell me about it.
Yeah,
that's good enough for my pervy head.
It was good, bro. That was good.
You can give me the Cliff Notes version.
Like, oh yeah, she's awesome.
Done. Oh, thanks. That's great. You really painted a picture. Yeah, no, but that's creepy. Like those guys that'll tell you how they did girls. Like I never understood that. Yeah, I never liked doing that. I'm like, that's weird.
Like if you ever told me that, I'd be like, dude, please stop.
Yeah,
I know your wife. I don't.
But even if you don't, it's kind of like, are you bragging, dude?
Yeah, like
are you bragging that you know how to use your cock?
I'm like,
dude, Forrest Gump knew how to use his cock, dude.
Yeah.
Once again,
I guess it goes back to that machismo thing, like bragging how much girls you got and how good you're in bed with them. Like, bro, if you're bragging about it, it's probably not true.
Forrest Gump had a lot of machismo though. He went to Vietnam. He ran really fast and met JFK. And he is just as real as Rocky. So fuck you, people.
Oh, and he also beat up Jenna's
the
boyfriend.
The shitty. There was a bully. Oh no, that wasn't the bully. Or was it?
No,
it wasn't the bully when he was younger. It was just some asshole later.
Yeah, some asshole. No, but he always stood up for like Jenny. Like when Jenny was working like as some like showgirl kind of thing. Like some guy tried to be disrespectful. He beat the shit out of him, and then they went to a Black Panther party, and he like one of Jenny's boyfriend like slapped her or something, and Forrest went over and beat the shit out of him also. So he was always like standing. Forrest Gump is a real man. He's a man's man.
He's a man's
God bless
man.
the Tom Hanks.
I'm tired. I think I'll go home now. Just made me laugh that he just fucking ditched all those people. And he was like, I'm done. You guys can keep running and walking. I'm done.
It makes sense. It makes sense now.
I respect the man and the character he was in that film. That was very cool. And we respect you. And if you respect us, well, maybe you should listen and subscribe and like, or you could even contribute to this podcast through Anchor. You want to know how? Well, just go on our Anchor page, which we link. Actually, I don't. I link Spotify and Instagram, but the Anchor support is linked through our Spotify. So there you go. No excuses. If you want to throw us a couple dimes, we ain't going to be mad at you for it.
Absolutely not.
You don't need to do that, but look, once again, it doesn't hurt to ask. So I'm going to be a little needy with my coin collecting thing out there and be like, no, I'm not. But anyway, fun segue. I think we just made 3 cents.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I learned a lot.
Yeah,
about myself, about, just how we view and talking about these things. You always think like, oh, you know it all, but you know what, until you like actually vocalize it and put it out there, it's a real thing. And I'm glad we don't need these gender norms to be happy with who we are,
no.
dude. And it's fun to talk shit about it. It's very out of date. It's silly.
So, yeah.
And then in 20 years, our kids are going to be talking about how men are pussies and we need more men like the boomers or something.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing, man. For everything, it gets out of control and then it has to rebalance. So
yeah, of course.
In 20 years, we're going to be oversharing and not keeping enough things inside.
They want the strong, silent type.
Exactly. So we'll see. For now, we're doing what we're trying to do to better ourselves. Obviously, the plan changes, you change, and that's life, man. And that's why we're doing this, because this podcast is going to change while we do it. Because neither of us are tapping out anytime soon. And based on the general reactions, I feel like, people are liking it. So
I appreciate that.
Keep up the support.
If you see me at Marshall's or at Ross or TJ Maxx, and I'm looking through,
I like how you're in all the discount outlet stores. Oh yes, that's where I get my candles too, because they're cheaper.
It's this way. You're over here talking shit already. Discounts. If you see me or at Cosplus for Market or something, and you see me buy my scented candles, mind your business.
If you see me at Tuesday morning, fuck off. Okay.
Yeah. Don't interrupt me in my happy hour with my latte in my hand, okay? If I'm mind your own fucking business, yes, I'm buying candles for my room so it can smell nice.
Dude, I love you, and I love that you love candles. And we learn new things about ourselves every episode, about each other.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know you had tattoos, and I didn't know you liked candles.
Yeah. See, I got this guy, and then I got my legs, and then
I
showed my bitty bitty bum bum one. Oh yeah, the Black Label Society.
I'm being a little Forrest Gumpy here with putting my arm in the right spot. No, that's not PC. But you know what? Danny's a good guy, and he wouldn't say stuff like that. And that's why we're here. It's a yin yang, and he's here to help balance things out, just like I'm here to balance him out a little bit. And it's a fun little interaction we got, and
we're learning from each other.
Yeah, we're gonna keep learning, and we'll learn from you guys too next week. So keep keeping on, and remember TFTH pod@gmail.com. If you want to send us a charcuterie board, maybe a crudité platter, once again, maybe some pupusas.
Oh, hell yeah!
I got a lot of El Salvadorian friends out there that I think pupusas are El Salvadorian, right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is Salvadorian.
Glad I just had to make sure, because you don't want to mix up your Central American countries.
Oh, they hate that.
God knows you want to upset the Panamanians. You got to go around the horn. But yeah, I don't even know what the hell I was going into with that. But basically, I think we were just trying to say Thanks for everything, and we'll keep doing this, and we'll see you next time, guys.
For sure, man. We'll see you guys next time and keep on rocking in the free world.
Hell yeah. Neil Young, baby.
Woo!
Later.